Good morning and happy Saturday. It is the 9th of October and I look all glowy red because I have just got back from the gym. So my plan today was to go and do my final run, so run free of week 6 of C to 5k, which was 5-minute warm-up walk, 25-minute run, and then a 5-minute cool down. I didn't do the 25 minutes. I ran for 35 minutes. Like, what the f? What the f? 35 minutes. I'm still in a bit of shock, I think. I can't believe I just did that. I really, really can't believe I just did that. So in my head, like this morning when I was getting ready and prepared for the gym, I kind of just thought to myself, you know, 25 minutes isn't so far away from 30, and it would be really cool to run for 30 minutes before the end of the program. However, the 2 runs that I've done already this week were really, really, really hard. I found it really difficult. Like every second I found difficult, and I was just like, oh, if I feel like that, it's just going to be impossible. It'll be good enough if I like manage to do the 25. But it was kind of there in my head as a little bit of like an inkling, and I was just like, well, we'll see how it goes. So I did the run. I got like 10 minutes in and I was thinking, this doesn't feel too bad. This actually feels okay. I'm actually really enjoying it. And then I thought, right, okay, so when it gets to 25 minutes, I then have a 5-minute cool down walk. So just if I feel like this at 25, just run for the cool down and see how far I can go. So got to 25, I thought, yeah, I can still keep going. I have to push it a little bit, but I can still keep going. So just run for that. But I ended up doing an extra 10 minutes because I ran for 35 minutes. I'll insert my workout here, and I'll also insert the screen of the treadmill. I'm really bad at working these things out just because my brain isn't very logically thinking, like anything to do with like mathematics and distance and things like that. I'm not very good. But I believe I am, or was, 300 meters off doing a 5k because I did 4.66. I don't know. Anyway, in my head I kind of thought maybe I will have done a 5k because I ran the extra 5. It was so close. However, I'm still totally stoked with what I did. I'm not disappointed in that at all because the program encourages you to run for 30 minutes solid, and I ran for 35 minutes solid at 7.3 kilometers an hour, which, you know, isn't super fast, but it's also not snail's pace. Guys, I'm really proud of myself today. Like, I can't even tell you like what this means to me because I never thought I'd be able to run for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, let alone 35, and it's really helping me in so many ways. Mostly sort of like mental, because I'm absolutely buzzing right now. Like the endorphins are flooding my body. Did I manage to get into the peak? At one point my watch buzzed at me and I was like, what's wrong with you? And it was like, you're in a peak heart rate zone. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to check this because I've not actually looked myself yet. Wait for Fitbit to update. Come on, please. 7 minutes in the peak. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. The highest my heart rate got was 175 beats per minute. What? 7 minutes in peak? That's crazy. 27 minutes of cardio. Oh, that's crazy. So yeah, sorry, I'm a bit kind of like all over the place. So I finished the 35-minute, walked for 5 minutes, ran for 35 minutes. So it was a total of 40 minutes on the treadmill. And then I don't know why I did this, but I just stopped the treadmill, and then I walked around the gym as like a bit of a cool down. I don't know. So my total workout was 49 minutes. And the 9 minutes that are below zones were the 9 minutes I was like cooling down. Oh my god, guys. So I am gonna hastily make myself a protein shake because, oh boy, I want to go to the gym tomorrow, and I'm not, this is another thing as well, I am not aching at all in my legs, like zero ache. My mind is blown. My mind is blown, but my lovely wonderful people, happy Saturday. Here's my breakfast, including my oat milk coffee, and I have got 100 grams of coconut collaborative yogurt. Well, actually it was 80, but I just couldn't bother changing it, but we'll go with 100 grams of coconut collaborative yogurt. I have 15 grams of honey. I have 20 grams of low sugar granola. I have 60 grams of blueberries, 40 grams of raspberries, 1 gram of chia seeds. I have 50 milliliters of oat milk and 2 tablespoons of coffee. And this comes in for a total of 353 calories. Hello, my lovelies. So, I haven't had much opportunity to film today. I did film my breakfast and I did film my lunch, but I wasn't really sort of like very engaging, so I'm very sorry about that. I've just been having a bit of a family day. Whoa. Did you guys just hear or see that Audi R8 just go ridiculously fast out of that junction? Very silly behaviour, even if you do own a supercar. But yeah, it's just been a bit of a family day. Jim's mum came and spent the day with us at our house. And we've not seen the kids in a couple of weekends because they both had COVID. So I think we haven't seen them for like 3 weeks because they've been isolating and making sure that the virus is completely gone, obviously before going anywhere else. So Millie and Joe are Jim's children, they're my stepchildren, and they predominantly live with their mum, but they spend a proportion of time with us as well. So yeah, just been trying to be as present as possible and just have a bit of a family day. So that's what I've been doing. It is now 6:30 and Jim has left to go on his little boys' night out thing, and I decided that I wanted to go to Marks and Spencer's to find myself a nice dinner. So I've got 700 calories to play with. I'm aiming to get something for dinner and for dessert. I'm kind of craving a pizza, so maybe that's what's going to happen.
I'm in a pizza or a pasta mood, not moon, or move. I'm in a pizza or a pasta mood. And I know that Max and Spencer do them. They do them pizzas that are like 400 calories or something. I'm sure I've seen this, I'm sure I'm not making it up. So I thought I'd go and have a look and have a little nosy at what they have. They also have started doing these panda bao buns. I'm a big fan of bao buns, they are tasty. Another thing I don't know if I'm saying right, so please correct me in the comments if I'm pronouncing them wrong. But yeah, I really like them. They're vegan panda bao buns, so I'm gonna have a little hunt for them and see if they've got them, because I'd like to have them for my lunch tomorrow. Sorry if you're really wobbly. I've kind of like fashioned a sort of car tripod, but it's not attached to the dashboard. It's just my Gorilla tripod, sort of like in like an indentation in a tray in the dash, so it might just go flying in a minute, but anyway, it's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm still super chuffed with my 35-minute run. I still can't quite believe I did it. It's just incredible. Like, I've been looking, just before I set off, I was looking at my C to 5K app and seeing what runs I have this week and next week, and then the week after is like the final week of running the 30 minutes, but I've obviously surpassed that by 5. But I was talking to Laura about this. On the Coach to 5K, it doesn't actually give you any sort of indication of distance. It's literally just time, and it encourages you to go at a speed which you find comfortable. So I've been running at 7.3 kilometers an hour, and I did that today for 35 minutes, and I didn't run 5K. I think if I'd have carried on going for another sort of like 3 or 4 minutes, I would have done it, but then I did do a 5-minute walk, so probably if I ran for 40 minutes, I think that would be 5K in distance. So I think what I'm gonna do, now that I've actually run for the 30-minute period, I think I'm gonna aim to run 5K by week 9. I'm not actually too bothered about time. I'm not too bothered about doing it in 30 minutes. But by week 9, I want to run 5K in distance. That's what I'm gonna sort of like focus on. But it's really weird because like some runs are really hard, and well, I found the last 2 really difficult. But I think that's to do with the consecutive runs and the sort of like mental challenge that I had going on, so I don't know. And I seem to do better when I'm not stopping and starting, and I think from here on out it's solid runs, so hopefully it'll be good. But yeah, I'm still super chuffed with myself, so that is good. We were also myself and Laura were also having a bit of a like an interesting chat about like the scale and how it can just like not be a representation of your effort levels, but how we put so much weight and bearing on the scale as the sort of like, I mean, I think I try and not do this, but I definitely feel better about my achievements when the scale is saying that I'm down in my weight, when the number's going down. Although I try and not give it power over. I think I've got to a really good place with the scale, because as I've got a brake card, as long as I have tried hard, and I know that I've tried hard and I've done enough, or I've done a really good job, then when it says that I'm up or I haven't lost weight, I'm like, but I know that like I've done my bit, so I don't get as frustrated or upset with it anymore. I think I'm still disappointed, don't get me wrong, because I'm doing this ultimately to lose weight, so the frustration is there when I'm just like sort of arsing up and down the few couple of pounds for months on end. But at the same time, I know I'm bettering my health, I know I'm getting stronger, I know that I'm eating better, I know, you know, that I'm tracking my calories and I'm doing everything right, so there's no reason why I should give myself such a hard time about the number on the scale. That will come in time, so I've just got to focus on not giving in, and then it will come. But you know, we were talking about sort of like how the plans that, you know, well, I was talking about sort of like my calorie intake, because I eat my goal now is 1,400 calories, and it was, when I started the journey, it was 1,200, and I've sort of like increased it to the 1,400. And you know, sometimes I do reflect on like, why am I not actually having consecutive losses and things, because I think your first sort of like go-to is that you're doing something wrong, that something needs to change. And I'm not saying it doesn't, I'm not saying I couldn't do better, but you know, I've had suggestions that my caloric intake is too low, but I just cannot see how eating more food would, look, I get the concept of like nourishing your body and the starvation mode theory and all this kind of stuff, I do get it, but I just don't think, I don't personally, by the way, I'm 5'2", I'm little in height, and when doing all of these sort of like calorie expenditure calculators and stuff, where you have to sort of like put in your height, put in your weight, put in your activity levels and all that kind of stuff, it says that to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, my calorie goal should be like 1,200 to 1,300. So I am eating more than what the sort of like calculator suggests. And I've only ever actually noticed that I lose weight on a 1,200 calorie diet. But I think with the added activity level now, if I did drop it back, I do think I'd be eating too little to sustain the workouts that I personally do, you know. And I'm not saying that I want to make a point of this now while I remember. When I say these things about sort of the caloric intake and my activity level and stuff like that, I am referring to myself and the exercise that I do. I'm referring to me as a person. And if you are watching my videos and you're looking for advice on what you should be doing, and please don't just follow what I'm doing and think that is what you should do, because you know, you're totally individual in yourself. And if you need any advice on what you should do to find out your calorie intake or things like that, feel free to message me and stuff, but please don't take what I'm doing as that will work for you, because everybody is so different. So yeah, don't think that my plan is the perfect plan. It's far from it, you know. I could do so much better, but I'm trying to do ultimately what will work for me, and also what will work for me in the long run, because this isn't like oh, I'm gonna spend a year of my life trying to better my health and then I'm gonna go back to the old way. This is about me changing how I eat, my relationship with food, my health and fitness for the rest of my life. So anyway, rambled on all the way to Marks and Spencer's, and it is busy. I love my van, but when you're having to park it in small spaces, it's not very fun. I'm a pretty good driver though, so I can handle it. And there's loads of space in Marks and Spencer's, so that was good. Right, I'm gonna go, guys. I've got to park. Gotta go find me dinner. I am home with very, very bad lighting. I'm so sorry. Can we make it better? I don't think we can. It's what we're gonna have to deal with in the autumn. Bad lighting. But I'm back. It's horrendous, isn't it? If I turn off the undercount, will it help? No. Ah, that's not so bad. Yeah, so I'm back, and I got a couple of extra things because, let's face it, I don't have the self-control to go into a supermarket and come out with the one thing that I went in for. So I thought I'd do a little haul at 7:15 on this Saturday Eve. So I grabbed some nanas because I am loving bananas at the moment, and I bought some and the kids ate them all. So I'm not complaining though. Good to encourage kids to eat fruit, right? I also got some olives, just on the off chance that I might get a bit snacky, and I thought olives are a good snack. I really enjoy them. I don't want to overeat them, so I saw them, kind of fancied them, thought it would be a good idea. I also got some eggs because I made an omelette today, as you saw, for my lunch, and it was really tasty, and I want some form of egg for breakfast. I got this for my dessert, which is a little Marks and Spencer's triple chocolate sundae. Count on us, 165 calorie pot. Not beneficial for my body, totally beneficial for my mind though. I don't think that's quite bad. I think it's going to be quite rich, so, and it's quite a big guy in comparison with my hand, so 165 calories for that I thought would do the trick. And I wasn't going crazy. I did find the pizzas that were, I think I've had this before actually, but this is 420 calories for the whole thing. It's a wood-fired, ultra-thin Italian mozzarella and basil pesto pizza. I felt like I said pizza then, like the, what's his name? The guy on Home Alone, when he offers the kid a pizza courtesy of the hotel. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, got one of them. Okay, so I spotted this on one of them Instagram channel accounts that is like new products in the UK. If you don't know, I am very much a fan of orange flavoured chocolate. Love it. And I saw this, which is a clementine hot chocolate. I'm pretty certain I sent this to Laura because Laura is also a super huge fan of orange chocolate, and not to encourage her to eat all the orange chocolate, but when I see things I get excited and I send them to her. But I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. I've got no idea what the calorie situation is. Let's see if I can figure it out. So per 100 gram there's 560 calories, but I'm guessing like a teaspoon is probably going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 grams. I'm probably going to make one of these later with some oat milk, so we'll see the calorie situation then. I got a Woman's Health. It's not very often I buy magazines. I do love them though. I'm a bit of a magazine junkie. And I thought, if I get a bit bored this evening, which I'm pretty sure I won't because it's already 7:20. I'm feeling quite tired. I've got loads to do. I'm gonna edit this video. But I just thought, you know, if I fancy a flick through that, it's there. It's there to do so. I also got a wholemeal sourdough loaf and an avocado and an oat milk, and I don't think that's bad considering I'm home alone. I can get up to no good if I do so desire, but I don't desire because the only person I'm cheating on is me. So I did sort of like fancy a bottle of wine. I was thinking, oh, a nice glass of red and some pizza would be good. However, I stayed strong. I also was looking at like wandering down the sweetie aisle and was like, oh, I could eat some sweets, but there was lots of things that I saw that I didn't get, and I think the things I did get are pretty decent. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to, I think I'm going to wait a little bit and have my pizza at 8. I might edit this video a bit and then put that in. I know it's quite late to have pizza, but what I want to avoid this evening is eating too early, not being, this lighting is horrendous, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's any better, but we'll deal with it. I want to avoid eating too early and then sort of like being not too tired to go to bed at a reasonable time, and then sort of like watching something and wanting to snack. So I know that's the likely thing, so I'm just going to work with it. So yeah, put these away, go edit my video, and then you'll what was that? And then you will see me for putting my pizza in the oven. So here is my pizza, which as I've already said is 420 calories. It looks amazing. I've also added a little bit of fresh basil. Super yum. I am going to end my diary here, but I have included the dessert that I'm going to have, which is 127 calories. I'm classing it as like part of my dinner, so my total dinner is 547. I didn't actually have as many calories as I thought I did because I forgot to include my protein shake, and I've just been editing the video and I was like, oh yeah, I had a protein shake. So I'm glad that I didn't sort of eat anything without realising that, but there we go. So as I'm ending the diary here, my goal is 1,400 calories. I have consumed 1,371, which leaves me 29 calories remaining. So if I go ahead and complete my diary, if every day was like today in 5 weeks, I would weigh 13 stone, 7.9. So that's it for today's What I Eat in a Day video. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, pop a thumbs up because it really makes me smile. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. It really helps my channel. It helps keep me motivated, and it's just like an extra sort of like person cheering me along on this journey. Thank you to everybody who's done so, who has subscribed so far. It really does mean the world. But I'm gonna end today here. So until next time, my lovelies, stay happy, healthy and well. Love you all. Bye bye.